In just 9 days, I collected the entire Magic the Gathering Avatar The Last Airbender base set. I'm going to go through and show you how I organized everything, and also show you some of the really cool art, and go through the entire collection. To start off, I organized the entire set by collector's number. This one starts at 1 and goes to 296. I chose to do it this way, that way if a card were missing, let's say number 5, Aang's Iceberg, I would immediately see that that's missing, that's still a card that I need, and when I do find it, I know exactly where it goes. From there, collecting it in the collector's number order also shows you kind of how things are laid out. It goes through white, then it goes through blue, then to black, then to red, green, and you would think that's it, but it's not. Goes to multicolored, and then it eventually goes to colorless. Then from there, it goes into all the lands, and then the full art lands. There's a lot of amazing art in this set, so it was kind of hard to choose anything specifically, besides stuff that gave me a lot of like nostalgia. So for example, this card, Avatar Enthusiast. Yeah. That's a very classic moment in the series if you have watched it. So seeing this made me very happy, and the fact that even the text itself on what it does, very, very good for ally sets, and it makes sense with the title and the scene. Overall, I think a very cool card, even though it is just a common. Nothing special, but to me it is. Then of course they even include a lot of the animals and some of the random type of scenes and characters. They include the glider kids, the fancy footwork from the cave in the Fire Nation. They included Hakoda himself, which I did use as a commander for an ally-based set. Unfortunately, the commander deck isn't done yet. I have completed it technically, but it's still in its testing phase, and I'm still troubleshooting how that goes. We of course have the Kyoshi Warriors. It mentions a lot of the avatars like Yang Chen. Got Master Pyondo. This is my stamped one that I got from the pre-release. So you see this little stamp here. So it is different than the regular foil. I got that from the seeded pack from the Toph box. There's a lot of Momo, which I really enjoy to see. Okay. We even have the Southern Air Temple. We of course have Suki. We can't have this set without her. We go through. This is where the blue starts with Accumulate Wisdom. We have the Benevolent River Spirit, which if you don't know was Katara. If you have not watched the series, definitely significant. I thought this one was really funny because it's an Ember Island production. There is other cards that reference this event, and I thought that was a really funny one to include. We also have Grand Grand. This is not the promo one, and I did not get the promo one, and that's okay. I was mainly going for foil or non-foil of the 1 through 296. Going over here, we have some of the animals. I liked how they got featured in this set. We got Honest Work. This one was hilarious to see. It's much more cartoonized than some of these other ones, and it's a classic moment in the show as well. Here's Kuruk mentioned. We also have the cute little otter penguins. Probably the animals were my favorite. As you'll see, I point out all of them probably. Sokka's haiku. And I believe that the card itself is a haiku, which I thought was very funny. I like those kind of things. Going through. This was one of my earlier pickups, Wan Shi Tong, the Librarian. It's a much sought after card, and I was very surprised to pull it at the beginning. Before, I didn't realize that it was anything, and I was like, oh man, I didn't really get anything. But then I learned about the rarity symbols and the colors, and realized, oh, I actually did get a couple good ones. They have some items like the waterbending scroll, UA of course, and this one I got in foil because I thought the art looked really pretty in the foil. Try to show you that. Azula always lies. That's a pretty big fact. We go over here. The cat gator, which is not a cat in this creature type because it's a catfish. So it's just considered a fish crocodile. I thought that was a little funny. Going through, we have Mai here. And we even have other items like the Fire Nation drill. A lot of the black is a lot of the darker themed era, including Ko the Face Stealer, another one that I got during my pre-release. We have Mai Scornful Striker. This card was the very last card that I had added to this set. It definitely gave me a run for its money, but in the end, I found it on day 9. If only I had found it on day 8, I would have done it one day faster. Going through, we have the Cave of Two Lovers. Beautiful song and story. You can imagine that there's a lot of people singing the Secret Tunnel song during the pre-release. We got a lot of the Fire Nation soldiers. We got Iris Demonstration with the fire breathing. We got a beautiful art, the Last Agni Kai. I thought this one was really pretty. You can see the blue and orange flames from Azula and Zuko. Going over here, we have the Legend of Roku. That one I actually got a special art of in my collector's pack that I got, but I did trade it away for a couple other cards when collecting this set. We got Rhiannon Shaw. I felt like the War Balloon had a really pretty art as well. It just was really cool. It has the eclipse, and I just thought the warm to cool tone was really awesome. Going through. Now, Badger Mole and Badger Mole Cub, those were some pretty big ones for me. The Badger Mole was fine, I just really like the art. Earthbending is definitely my favorite, so green is going to be my favorite color category for this set. Badger Mole Cub was a very expensive card. I started off with the non-foil of it, and then later on, after I'd completed the set, I ended up pulling the foil, so I replaced it in this set. That way I can have the regular one to play with if I decide to do any earthbending stuff. But otherwise it'll just be for my set or maybe some trees in the future. Earth King was another one that I pulled, and I did during my pre-release, and I did get the bear token as well that it creates. There were quite a few people that got that card, but then never got the bear token, so they had to borrow from other people or trade. We got more of the Kyoshis in here. A lot of the metal bending, earth bending, etc. This one I thought was really cool in the foil.
Right.
Just makes it seem more alive. And then going through this one, there's another Seismic Sense. I think that one would look cool in a foil as well. If I did find it, I would replace it. Just because I think the Seismic Sense art looks really cool in foil. We got one Toph, and there is others that are multicolored. We got the cute little turtle duck. I've pulled a couple of these guys. They're common, so they show up pretty often. We also have the Cabbage Merchant. Can't do a whole set without doing at least one of him. He's such an iconic character that they made a whole set of Secret Lair just for him, which I will be reviewing in a future video. Then we get into multicolored. There's going to be a lot of Aangs. And then we go into kind of like the more complicated characters, art, and other such stuff. The Earthrumble Wrestlers, Fire Lord Azula and Zuko. Got some of the Swamp guys and even more of the bloodbending. I did get I can't remember for which card it is, but there is an Iroh card that there was a promo, and I did get that promo from Box Lunch, and that was a pretty cool one. I just want to do it for the experience, and maybe I'll go through on how that happened. We do have Jet, another classic character. I don't know if you guys remember the pretending pox bearers, but when they got the pentapox, where they put the pentapus on the face and made all the markings on their faces to make it look like they were sick. Again, if you know the show well, there's a lot of cards in here that have a lot of flavor to them. Another Toph one with beautiful art, actually. It's very detailed, much more anime style than the cartoonish look. The first Metal Bender, of course. Oh, I believe it was this Uncle Iroh that there's the promo for. Could be wrong. I don't remember which one. There's quite a few Irohs in this set. And then going through, we're getting to now the colorless. A lot of items, really. Including the Walls of Ba Sing Se. We get to all the lands, which have a lot of really detailed art. And again, continuing the nostalgia from the entire set to all the different locations that they went and visited during the entire show. Got some regular plains, islands, swamps, mountains, basic lands, including the full arts, which I got most of them in foil because of the Commander's bundle that I opened. I'm also going to show you other things that I've collected. These are from the past 296 where it goes into kind of like the special arts, stuff like that. This one is the only one I have of this scene, but there is 4 cards that go in a 2x2 area that make a scene. Then for this one, I am missing 1, but it makes an entire scene here. Then for this one, it is a 3x3, so it's a little hard to show in this video, but I am missing 2 of them. And then past that, I'm collecting some of the journal arts because I just really like the style of them. So I'll be slowly collecting those along with slowly collecting some of these elemental art frames. I just think, again, the art looks really cool on those, and I like the frames. Then there's another set. So there's 2 separate sets. There's a TLA and then there's a TLE. TLE has a lot of other cards, including these ones that I believe are 1 through 70 or something close to that. These ones literally are screenshots from the show. Being that I'm a big fan of this show, I really like these ones, so I have slowly started collecting these as well from that separate set. Maybe I'll do a video on these in general and kind of go through them in more detail. But I do need a new binder for this one because I have filled up all the extra space with these ones and don't have space. So this one's a top loader to keep it safe, and it sits in the back of my binder for now. Not really good etiquette, but it's what I have for now. And of course, as I'm sure you noticed, I spent the money to get the Toph binder from Wizards of the Coast, I believe. Because she is my favorite character. So that is the Avatar Magic the Gathering base set, and I hope you enjoyed. If you'd like me to go more thoroughly into any specific type of abilities or anything that this set has created or affected, I would love to go into that in more detail, and including the TLE set, which I did not collect, but I did collect parts of it. So if you'd like to see those, then leave a like and a comment down below. And if there's anything else you'd like me to show, I really want to get into some niche TCGs that aren't very common, or some old ones from the 90s, etc. I do have plans on making some videos on those as well. So subscribe if you'd like to keep an eye out for those type of videos. Hope you enjoyed, and I hope you have a great day. Bye-bye.